From regulation to technology to the revenue structure, futures commission merchants have experienced drastic changes over the last 30 years, as Tom Kadlec, CEO of ADM Investor Services, knows full well. In this John Lothian Profiles piece, Kadlec talks about his career in the futures markets, the importance of mentoring, current challenges and opportunities, and the ADM Way. How did you decide upon a career in the futures markets?
I had a professor at the University of Iowa who was a finance professor, and as I deciphered from the accounting degree to the finance degree, he talked about a new business, the new business being the futures business. This was the winter of 1980. And as I talked to him about my career, he said, public accounting, futures business, sounds like a good deal to me to go and do this new business.
How did you get your start at ADM, and how has the firm progressed during your time there?
I started really literally reconciling the customer seg bank account. And I'd like to think that I got it in balance post-Stotler, and it hasn't been out of balance since. I'd like to think that. In 1990, when I started, we had 60 million in customer seg assets. I think now globally we have 6.5 billion in customer assets. So I did the math. It's about a 22.5% growth rate over those years, which is very positive and very high compliment to all of us that have worked at ADM Investor Services. Spending time building blocks, literally one account, one situation at a time, trying to hire quality people, try to retain quality people, educating them on the type of standards that we want, the type of reconciliations we want, a lot of accounting stuff.
Tell us about your mentor, Dick Dodson, former ADMIS president.
Well, Dick was very much my mentor and is my friend today, which I'm very proud of. Dick's style and my style are completely different. He's a very calm guy. He's a military person, so he liked his organization. Accounting and a military person, so he's very meticulous and very organized in his thought process. He was very patient with me. I talked to him every day for 19 and a half years, every day that we were in the office. And every day we would talk about all the good things and all the challenging things. For me, he was the type of person that I didn't get tired of talking with. And we would almost always get to the right place. Sometimes he'd go my way. Most of the time I'd go his way. But it wasn't all his way. He would take in input, and we would get to the right place for the business.
What lessons have you learned the hard way?
The markets are larger than any person, any firm. They are a very humbling and experience when you're on the wrong way of any big move. And so it's always being respectful and trying to balance the broker-customer relationship, or the FCM broker-customer relationship, and understanding that egos and making money 9 straight days and 9 straight months isn't necessarily the best thing in the world that happened. Some of the best trades you've ever made are getting out of the way of the freight train. That's something that I've always talked to customers about and brokers about. And all of us in this business at one time or another have been challenged with situations of a customer that's on the wrong side of a move that hasn't told you the truth. And that is in a financially challenged standpoint. And as a fiduciary at a firm, that's just an immense concern and an immense challenge.
What is the greatest challenge to running an FCM in this day and age?
Just striking a balance, a consistent balance to run a profitable business, a business that has to be profitable, has return on invested capital. Just because we say we want higher return doesn't mean we can necessarily take more risk. More risk is a double-edged sword. And the way I deal with anything is I just dig down into it. I'm a grinder. The MF Global is a great example. We dug down very deep, and as a firm, our IT staff did a phenomenal job absolutely worked round the clock. MF Global went bankrupt on a Monday. We onboarded 10,000 accounts, and they were trading Thursday morning.
What is the most important aspect of your business?
We are a bit of a traditional firm that we still believe that broker-customer relationships are the most important thing that you can have. We have monthly managers meetings, and part of that discussion is talking about feedback from brokers, from customers. And we try to share it by department, albeit a technology suggestion, our portal suggestion, our members first suggestion, some research. We visit our brokers regularly. Our marketing team has various relationships that we try to physically visit, and we've developed questionnaires, surveys, etc. And I give out my direct line, and I give out and ask for feedback. We have an annual broker meeting that is now in our soon to be our 21st year, and it's a very intense 2 full day discussion, and we ask for the order. We ask for feedback, and we provide examples of improvements each year and things that we're working on.
What is the best way to onboard and service a customer?
The first thing you deal with any customer is, and any broker or direct customer, is integrity. And is the customer trading like they should be trading? If say they're a hedger, are they trading S&Ps? Probably not something that probably should be a question mark. We look for a return, a proper return, which is a mathematical equation for us. Then you look at all the subjective things: risk, history. Are they a needy customer? How are they set up? How do they access the markets? What type of services do they want? Do they take a lot of time in the back office? Do they do a lot of EFPs? Do they do a lot of deliveries? Many of which is a manual process, which adds cost to the equation. So it's really digging down and having a fair amount of discussions, honest discussions, and very transparent discussions with customers, so we can price it, so they can be happy with the price, and most importantly, be happy with the service that we're providing.
Where do you see opportunities?
We've done well in the commercial ag space. We've done very well in the IB space. We're perhaps haven't addressed some of the execution. We haven't addressed some of the fixed income type business we could grow nicely in. We're very strong in the Midwest. We could probably grow on the West Coasts. We don't advertise at all. It's really, the possibilities are really are long. They're not endless, but they're long. What we look for as a company is quality relationships. The quality of a relationship is defined on service that they expect and we can provide. Do we match up in terms of the tools that we provide to our customers? And of course, return. And when I look at seg assets, I look at quality seg assets. Seg assets to seg assets aren't necessarily good. It's the quality of your seg assets. And I really spend a lot of time focusing on that.
What is the ADM Way, and how do you apply it to your daily routine?
Our values will not change. Customers are critically important. We call it the ADM Way, and all of us are trained annually on what that means. Be a good steward of the land. Be a good and respectful employee to your peers, to customers, and really be considerate, be professional, be timely. These are all things that over time have proven out to be great assets to have. We will apply unique technology as it comes available. We will be very thoughtful on how we apply technology. We will be a leader in the clubhouse always with customer service and the way we develop relationships with customers and the way we continue to work on relationships with customers. We will be demanding on price. That will continue. It will be continue because that has been so successful with us. We think the ADM name is meaningful. ADM, as I learned quickly, has a fair amount of assets and resources they can throw at problems, at challenges to resolve things, and that's what we did.